All right, can we talk about seventh chords for a minute? Do you all remember seventh chords from music theory? Was that last semester? How many type of seventh chords did we talk about in music theory? No one can remember. That's how good of a teacher I was.
5, I think.
Okay, what are they?
Major, minor, dominant, half diminished, and diminished. I feel like I may be forgetting one.
Why won't it analyze that? Whoa,
It's hard to hear your piano.
really? Better?
A little bit, but you're also very quiet too.
You want me to be loud? Can you hear me okay now? I'm still quiet.
You're good.
You want me right on top of the mic, don't you? You love that voice of mine. Whoa. What are they calling this? There we go. There are our 5 types of seventh chords. For your final exam, you're going to have to be able to identify all of them and in their inversions. Does that make you happy? No one's smiling except for Catherine and David.
It'll be much more interesting than all of the jargon in the book.
Got a point though.
All right. So, can we talk about what makes all of these? What makes all of these? What makes a major seventh?
Three steps, four steps.
The intervallic distance between each key.
Okay, so talk about that. You're right. Be more
That's
specific.
Often
how
think
you
of
phrase
it
that.
What's
as
that?
a major triad with a major third on top.
All right, Ethan said a major triad, major third on top.
The dominant seventh is a major triad with a flat seventh.
All right, so what I'm gonna write is I'm gonna write major, and then I'm gonna write major 7. Is that horrible? So we have a major triad, and then we have a major 7th shell. Is that okay? Dominant 7th, somebody said.
A major triad
Major
With a-
triad.
with a flat seven.
Your third.
I'm gonna call it a minor 7 shell.
Minor
Is the minor 7 shell 3 steps? Are half steps?
From the top note of the triad, yes.
Okay.
So you're right. You're
Yeah, I
absolutely
counted
right,
that way as
Sophia
well.
Ruby. You can go 4 half steps, 3 half steps. Let's make sure I'm not lying to you.
4-3-4.
Yeah, you got it. What would this one be?
That would be a
3-3-4-3.
4-3-3.
4-3-3.
Yep. Good. All right, next.
minor triad,
Minor triad.
3-4, and a minor seventh on top. So 3, or excuse me, I think it's a 4. 3-4, 3,
3-4-3.
4-3.
We got a minor seventh of a shell.
That sounds like an insult. Man, you're such a minor seventh of a shell.
You're a shell of a minor seventh.
I like that. Except minor sevenths, shells are cool.
You're flat. Musician insults. All right, next we have the half diminished chord.
Diminished.
3, 3,
Yeah,
4.
and then there's a 4 on top. So I don't know what the shell is.
That's the same shell as the minor seventh shell, is it not?
Doesn't it have a flatted fifth?
Then that would be 3-3-3.
3-3-3. Jared, you said something. Was it you that said it? No, was it Jordan? Somebody said something. I didn't hear it.
I said it doesn't it have a flatted fifth?
It does have a flatted fifth. You could call it that. What is this? 3-3-4?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, 'cause it's half diminished.
So then it should be a major seventh on the top.
No.
Right.
Still a minor seventh on the top. Did we mess something up?
Doesn't the interval, wouldn't the interval be more from the fifth?
I messed up on the last one.
4s, yeah.
This should have been 3. No. 3-4-4. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because it's a bigger interval.
There's 3 types of people in this world. Are we okay now? Are we all right with that?
Yes.
Next, we get the dim.
This one would be 3-3-3.
You got it. So that's what'll be on the final. That's my favorite thing to say when somebody walks in the classroom about 11 minutes late. And Titus just got in the room and he's happy to be here. See, my joke still works on Zoom even. Titus, good morning. Welcome. We are talking about 7th chords.
That's easy. That's easy. I already know all that. 4-2-4.
You're all caught up.
Wait, 4-2-4?
What? Questions, comments, concerns, friends with questions, private messages in the chat. We're okay? All right. So next week, I think we should have a test on turning point on triads and inversions. So we can keep pushing ahead on this new stuff. So let's talk about what these sound like. To me, the major 7th is tangy. It's just got a tangy taste to it. They use this chord a lot, the composer of Up and Inside Out.
It also kind of wanted to go up to the major, or out to the octave, rather.
Also, I'm going to get my Alicia Keys on here. Are you ready for this? Are y'all sitting down? I hope you're sitting down. I'm not even going to try. It's too early. Some people want it all. Without you. There's your major 7th. Aren't you glad you came to class this morning? This is going to be the most replayed video of the week. I can just tell. Some people do.
Make sure somebody cuts out that part specifically.
It's going on the highlight reel right now.
We need that.
It's gonna become a ringtone.
You.
It's gonna get you the more clicks.
Subscribers are going to go through the roof this week.
It's either going to be the most replayed or you're going to get DMC'd and your video's going to get taken down.
I'll make that my alarm
sounded-
ringtone.
That sounded too close to Alicia Keys. That had to have been her. They were just, that's the copyright restriction. We're just going to have to take that video down.
No, they're just gonna take out the sound. You can keep the video up.
All right. Major 7th. Or major minor, dominant 7th. That's rock and roll, right? Am I like way too loud now? So, can you hear the rock and roll, Nat?
Also blues, yeah.
Okay. The minor 7th. That one's kind of hard to hear because it's a lot like the dominant. It's got the same shell. It's not as poignant. To me, major is the most tangy, poignant. That's going to be the one that everybody gets, like the augmented triad. Oh, yeah, I know that one. That's the augmented triad. Oh, yeah, I know that one. That's the major 7th. Dominant 7th people can pretty much get rock and roll, blues. This one's a little more subtle.
So it's 3/4/3, right?
It's 3/4/4. Wait, where'd I go? Yeah, 3/4/3. 3/4/4. Okay, next is half diminished. You get the diminished triad on the bottom. But there's still a sliver of hope. There's just a little bit of a ray of hope still. Until it falls to the fully diminished. And then it's over. That hope is gone. Now, for all you piano enthusiasts out there, when you take my class piano 2 class, you're going to get in that, right? Some of you already passed it. Some of you need to get in piano 1 first. We do a chord progression that goes through all of these. Major, dominant, minor, half diminished, fully diminished. Then I lower my bottom key and I raise my top key. And I do the whole thing again in the new key of B. And I can do that till the cows come home. Just down by half step. Right? Questions, comments, concerns, friends with questions.
What do you learn in piano 2?
You learn how to be a rock star. In piano 2, we learn all of our scales and all of our arpeggios, major and minor. We learn how to harmonize by playing chords in our left hand using the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, and the 6 chord. We learn how to sight read better. We learn chord progressions like the one I just played for you, along with 3 others. And you learn 2 pieces, one for the midterm and one for the final. Piano 2 is easier, I think, than piano 1. But you need to take piano 1 and piano 2 to be able to take intermediate advanced. Most of you do not need piano 1 and piano 2 for your degree. However, when you transfer to your four-year institution, especially if your 4-year institution of choice is Fresno State, you have to pass your piano proficiency exam to achieve junior status and to be able to give your recital. So if you do not start your piano before you get to Fresno State, you're going to be there 4 years. At least 3. So you might as well take it here for $46 a credit from somewhat of a good-looking guy, or you're just going to be behind. You with me? So, enroll for piano in the fall. Any questions on that? In general, they're really good over at State about taking our credit. From the response that I'm getting from students, if you take piano here, it covers you there, at least for the 2 classes. Then most kids get put into piano 3. If you were interested in trying to test out a piano 3 over there, you could take intermediate advanced here, and we could tailor what you do in class to prepare. Some of you already have skills that are going to let you get out of 3 over there if you do decide to go there. But I would say for that, start doing things like being able to sight read in alto and tenor clefs. Start learning something like a 24 Italian art song accompaniment. Be able to harmonize, that sort of thing. They're not really big on scales and arpeggios over there from what I'm hearing. They don't really care if you can play scales or arpeggios, but they care if you can harmonize and if you can accompany and if you can sight read and if you can play pieces like a sonatina. So there's my piano plug. So hop in. All right, any question on 7th chords? Can I clear my screen? think I'm going to take a screenshot. That's just so good. Maybe I should make a post, an Instagram post. Know your seventh chords. I know y'all follow me on the gram. All right. I do have a charty chart somewhere for seventh chord identification. It's brutal. Here it is. Whoa, 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 whoa. And I can post that up in the canvas if that would be helpful. Now, I forgot to make an important point that my flowchart makes for me right here. A fully diminished seventh chord does not have any inversions. Do you all know that? So we did a fully diminished chord and we called it G, B flat, D flat, F flat. And if we put that in first inversion, it just becomes a new diminished chord. So you can't tell if I'm playing B flat diminished or G diminished in first inversion, and we can keep playing this game with every inversion, right? Are you with me? So depending upon how you spell it, they're just inverses of themselves. Did I lose some people there?
So just with the triad then?
No, with the seventh chord.
No, I know, but just with the triad, you can invert it then.
Yes.
Is that with half diminished too? Or does
No.
that has inversions?
Yeah, because these are all thirds. These are all thirds in between each of them. The half has a fourth on the top, so then you can invert it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so I don't want to do inversions today, but I want to maybe see how you guys are at hearing these in root. Is that all right? Claire, you're making that face again. What did I do wrong?
Nothing. I'm just taking it all in.
You love this class, don't you? It's the best. You're like, woo, it's Thursday. You're training with Doc B.
I think she's excited for the fact that it's Thursday, so tomorrow is Friday.
Tomorrow there's no Doc B. It's Friday. Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't have to see his face. Although I'm going to binge watch all his classes. Is that a thing? Netflix and Dr. B?
It needs to be a thing for me.
Private chat, what do I got? You're absolutely right, Hannah. I'm going to call it well, I'll tell you that in a second. Good, David. Good, Nico. Good Ethan, good Jordan. So I'm going to call this the dominant seventh. I know some of you called it the major minor seventh. I'm going to call it the dominant seventh. Cool. This flow chart works. It works. I tell you.
I don't like that chord.
You don't like that chord?
No, I just want it to resolve.
All right, fine. Check it. Good, Nico. Good, Hannah. Check it. Good, Ethan. Good, Catherine. Yeah, it's minor seventh, right? Selton John. What song is that?
Oh, that's not tangy.
Say again?
I don't see how that's not tangy.
Oh, that's not tangy. You want tangy? I'll give you tangy. Ah, that's tangy.
The other one?
Not tangy. That is like barbecue sauce tangy. Yeah. Mittens knows what's up.
His name's Tiger.
Tiger. Tangy. So I'm doing this national presentation in like, I don't know, in a week or so. I've already recorded it. It's online. I'm doing it with my buddy. And I'm featuring this flow chart that I use. And he's like, you kind of need to define what tangy is because the rest of us don't really know. You know, tangy. It's got a little zip to it. There's no augmented seventh chord in this class. Good, Jared. Good, Ethan. Good, David. Do you hear the ray of hope?
I hope.
You hear it? I couldn't see Nico. Now I can see Nico. You can hear it?
Yeah.
It's just not quite doom and gloom yet. It's one step away.
It's hope is more easy to hear than tangy.
That's like some of our lives right now. We're just one step away, but there's still a little bit of hope. Preach, preach. Sorry, Catherine. What were you saying about tangy?
I said it's much easier to hear the ray of hope than the tangy.
Really?
Yeah.
The tangy is going to grow on you. You just need to go watch Up and Inside Out this weekend. And you'll hear...
You're playing a chord.
With some chicken nuggets and barbecue
Think of
sauce.
Ratatouille. I don't know if it's in there, but it just made me think that it would be in that movie.
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen Ratatouille in a long time. It's got that major seventh, the tangy one that wants to, the major seventh that wants to resolve out.
And I think of that as kind of sweet tingy, and then the half diminished is like a salty tingy.
And it
Accurate.
wants to fall down to doom and gloom.
So it's not a ray of hope.
It is a ray of hope if you can get out of it.
It's really pessimistic.
It's just one step before. Ah, son of a. Oh. Isn't this fun? Yay, new chords. What's that, Lassie? Somebody's stuck in the well? Fully diminished, right? Yeah?
The half diminished sounds happier than the dominant seventh, which is major.
Then we need to get your happy checked.
Can you
It's the dissonance for me. That's what it is. The dissonance with that happy note.
Yeah.
can you compare the half diminished to the minor seventh, please?
Sure. So here's half diminished. Here's minor seven.
Okay. Thank you.
Here's dominant. So dominant, minor, half, full.
One by one, we lose a note.
Second.
So one by one, we lose a note.
Yeah.
Oblivion.
How we doing with these? What are the hard ones to hear?
Yes.
Is Mr. Sandman. Not the Metallica version, but the old 50s diner version.
Ghost of summer.
Yes.
Bring me one.
Bring me a drink. Yes. It's an Uncle Buck.
Back to the Future too.
Okay, yeah. Some people want it all. You're never gonna miss it again, Sophia Ruby. Good John, good Nico, good Pete. Minor triad on the bottom. Minor seventh on top. Not dominant. There's dominant. This is like barbershop quartet, sweet harmony, rock and roll. To me, this wants to resolve in.
How does the dominant want to resolve?
It doesn't. Actually wants to resolve to tonic. Sorry. 5-1. And the thing about the dominant, John, is it has fa on top that wants to go to mi really bad. Fa, mi. And ti that wants to go to do. So it's got this tritone of tendency tones that want to resolve. On the top two notes. I'm sorry. The second and the fourth notes want to resolve in. Do you hear it?
I hear it.
But the half, I'm sorry, the minor seventh wants to go somewhere else. Wants to act as the 2-5-1 for all you jazzers out there. How we doing? We all right? Let's do a dictation before we go, shall we? Whoa. So again, you can practice these on Aurelia, musictheory.net, and Teoria.com.
Does Teoria have a dictation?
No, I don't know about that, but I was talking about the sevenths.
Oh, yeah. I can hear the chords better in Teoria.
Yeah, I like Teoria. Teoria is my favorite. Okay, harmonic dictation. We're going to be in 4/4. Brenda says in the chat that Teoria does have dictation. We're going to be in the key of B flat major. We're going to be in 4/4. And our notes are B flat. That was horrible. B flat in the tenor, F in the alto, D in the soprano. 2 measures. Here we go. One, two, ready, go. What was my rhythm?
All quarters to the half note.
Like that. Did we end on do? Yes, no, maybe so.
Maybe.
What?
Yes.
Yes. Started on do, ended on do. Was it the same do in the bass? Brenda's saying no. Ethan's saying yes. Who else has a vote?
Yes.
What about soprano? Did soprano end on do? Did we have a 5-1 at the end? I got a thumbs up from Pete. Is it a 5-7? Not sure. Was it a cadential? Not sure. Here we go. What do we know now?
Was it cadential?
It was a cadential. Was it a 5-7? It was a 5-7. All right. Sorry. Do we have our bass line? Do.
Sol.
So good, Titus.
Ray.
It's not Ray. It's close.
So me.
Me. Good.
Now Ray, I believe.
Fa. Fa. So.
Okay, gotcha. I knew what chord it was. I didn't hear the bass line.
So. Do. Soprano. Me. Me.
Ray.
Ray. Where's Ray go?
Do.
Do. Then what?
Ray.
Ray.
Tied to Ray again.
Say again.
Oh, I can hear it.
So. Me. Do. All right, because we were out of time, it went 1 5 1 6 2 6 1 6 4 5 7 1. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Remember who you were and what you stood for, and we will see you on Monday or Tuesday.
Thanks, Duffy.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Dr. B.
Thanks, Doc.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
I got a quick question.
That much? Okay. So I've got a little flow chart for identifying these. Because you know me and flow charts. Where did it go? Oh, I'm in the wrong place. That's why. Share screen. This one's a little bit busy, not gonna lie. There's a lot of boxes and lines. You see that all right? But we're only going to deal with the 5 roots today. So here we go. Hit me up in the private chat. Good, Connor. Not tangy enough. Good, Zach. I think you're saying the right thing, Ruben. Good, Marissa. Good, Trevor. Minor triad. Minor 7th, which wants to resolve in, right? Fully diminished seventh chord. Now I want to make the point here that I didn't make earlier, that there are known versions of this orally. What the heck am I talking about?
Well, if you were to invert it, it'd be a different root. Right?
It could be. Yeah. We have no way of telling unless we see it on the staff, right? So if I invert this, it's going to be C, E flat, G flat, B, double flat. Or it could be this in first inversion, but we wouldn't be able to tell the difference without knowing. Is that a B double flat or is that an A? So there's really no way of us to know. So there's only root position fully diminished seventh chords. Are we okay with that? Does that make sense? Questions? All right. Good, Max. Check it, check it. Good, Ruben. Good, Zach. Good, Connor. Oh, she dies. Spoiler alert.
It makes me sad every time.
It's horrible, isn't it?
It's painful.
Yeah. You know, my dad used to say, he said, getting old is not for wimps. My dad would have been, what would he have been? 73 in 2 days? Yeah.
That's rough.
All right, here we go. Is it dissonant? Good, Connor. Good, Harley. Good, Max. It's not fully diminished. There's a little bit of hope. Ah, not now. Do you know that scene from Groundhog Day? He tries the groundhog off a cliff, crashes the car. Oh, he might be all right. Then it explodes into flames. Yeah, probably not now.
It's like a scene in Platoon. That's a very messed up movie, by the way.
Yeah. It was a half diminished again. I didn't think it was, but it is. There's fully diminished. Half. Fully. Good, Zach. Good, Connor. Good, Harley. Good, Ruben. So dominant 7. How are you feeling about these? Are we doing all right with root position right now? So what I want to do next week is I want to have a quiz, a test, an exam with the clickers on the triads. So prepare for the triad exam. We're going to start pushing these more. We're going to start doing these in intervals. Or in inversions. In inversions. Questions? All right, let's jump over to a harmonic dictation. I would like to do a harmonic dictation in F sharp minor. And I'm going to do one that's 4, holy smokes, 4 measures in length. We are going to be in 3/4 time signature. And we are going to be in 3 sharps. My bass note's in F sharp. My tenor note's in A. My alto's a C sharp. My soprano is an F sharp. What are we going to try to get first time?
Rhythm.
Yeah, let's make a list of questions. Rhythm, what else?
What if the last note ends in do?
Okay, what else? How was the final chord approached? Was it a 5 or 5/7? We're also going to ask ourselves, how was the dominant approached? Was it a cadential 6/4 chord? There's a bunch of questions that you can ask yourself, right? Okay, here we go. One, 2, 3. What'd you get?
Pretty sure I heard a standard 1 chord for the final chord.
So you're saying that we are ending on Do minor 1. And we started on minor 1, yeah? We're in F sharp minor.
Mm-hmm.
Did we go 5-1 at the end?
I think so. Because I think I heard a So-Do in bass, which kind of gives me the idea that we did.
Okay. Was it a 5 or was it a 5-7?
Not sure yet. I'll have to hear it again.
Did we have a cadential? One, 2, 3. Time number 3. 1, 2, 3. Time number 4. 1, 2, 3.
I think it's 5-5-1 actually for the last 3 chords. I don't think it's a 5-7 though.
Okay.
I also know that our 3rd chord on the first measure is also a 1 chord.
Is it the exact same 1 chord?
Yes.
Where do we go in between?
I think I heard maybe 1-1-3, 1-3-1, something like that. Maybe 1-5. I'd have to. Wasn't exactly too sure. I try to listen for the tonics and dominant chords the most. That way I can identify those first.
Yeah, we're going to start doing that a little bit more on Aurelia. 1, 2, 3.
Maybe it goes 1-2 because it sounds like it's diminished. It like it wants to go somewhere. Like, but I'm not sure.
How different is a diminished 2 chord and a dominant 7? Do they have any tones in common?
I think they do. I think they both share. Darn. I think they both share like a T or something. Maybe. I'm kind of going off on a wild guess here.
According to my chart, if I'm in F sharp minor, My 2 is going to be A, C sharp, E.
Right.
I'm
Oh, let me
sorry,
look at
A
that.
sharp, C sharp, E. I'm sorry, way off. G sharp, B, D is my 2 chord. And my 7th is C sharp, E sharp, G sharp, B.
So then you share the G and the B.
Yeah, they have 2 tones in common. All right, one more time. All right, do we have a bass line?
I think it might be for the first measure. It's do, sol, do.
Do, so, do.
Oh, good try.
Anything else?
Anything else?
I think I heard maybe a Ray in bass. I think I heard a Ray somewhere.
Okay. There is a Ray, but it's not in our bass line. The Ray you're hearing is right here in our tenor line. What's our last pitch in our soprano?
E, I think.
E? We're in F sharp minor. Why would it be on E?
That's a
It would
great
also-
question.
It would also be an F. Just be do.
F sharp?
Yeah.
Do we end on the same do that we started on?
Yes, we do. So.
You want to put money on that?
Yeah.
How much money are you going to give me?
By the 11th, I'll give you $4.30.
We do not.
We don't. It sounds like the same chord. I hear it. So 164.
I've got this all messed up because I didn't put in our rhythm first. What was our rhythm?
It was all quarter notes until the last measure, which was just a dotted half note.
Yeah.
I'm so stuck on those chords in the second measure. I don't understand what they are.
Okay, let's just listen to measure 1 and 2.
The bass in the first note of the second measure only goes down by a little bit, so it's like I can't tell where though. It doesn't go back down to the C. It's in between the C and the E and the F.
Would it boggle your mind to know that we've only had 2 chords between measures 1 and 2?
I know that the second note should be the same as the second note or the second chord in the first measure.
Say that again.
The second and third chord in the second measure is the same as the second chord in the first measure. Or am I looking at the wrong measure? I'm looking at the wrong measure. The 2s are the same.
I was right in saying that it was a 3 or a 5.
Yeah.
But just there's some weird stuff going on.
Is that second 5 in measure 2 as 5/7? Because I think I hear something. It sounds like it stands out. Like something just stands out a little more on that one.
This one or this one?
The second one. The one before the 1 chord. Or right before it. Because both of them are before it.
So what's our bass line, dude? Do, so, do.
Does it go down to does it go down to so again?
It doesn't. Harley said
Does
it
it go to
doesn't.
La?
It goes to E then, right? There's no. I don't hear anything else besides E.
It goes to T, which is E sharp, and we have to put an accidental, which means this is in first inversion.
That's why nothing makes sense.
That's why it sounds like something sticks out.
And then it goes back down to C before jumping back up to the E sharp.
No.
No?
E sharp doesn't belong in our 1 chord.
Minor, for some reason, is just so odd to.
Okay, melody. Do. Where do we go from do?
They go T.
We do go T. T. Which means we have to put a sharp sign. Do, T, do. Then where do we go?
We found out that Ray is in the tenor, so it's not in the soprano as well, right?
Say that one more time.
The Ray is in the tenor, not in the soprano. Or is there also a Ray in the soprano on the first beat of measure 2?
There is a Ray in the soprano. Do, T, do, Ray. Then where do we go?
It stays on the same note?
It can't.
It can't.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Sorry, I was one ahead. And then where?
That should jump to, I want to say, the C.
Mm-mm. Do, me, re, me. Sorry. Do, ti, do, re, re. Me.
Given the hand sign for it. But I don't know if you saw that. I was doing me at first because I forgot we were in minor.
I don't think they were doing like measures fa.
Say it again, Trevor.
Trying to decide if it was either me or fa.
I was hearing fa at first as well.
All right, measure 3.
Is minor just
B, 2, and 3 are the same.
They're both 5 chords.
Yeah, the same 5 chord.
Yeah.
Interesting. Where do you want to go first? Bass line or treble?
Bass line.
Do, so, do, ti, so, do. Sorry.
I hear fa, so, so. Is that right?
It
We
is
got
not.
3.
No, it goes down, so it should be D, C, C.
La, so, so, do. Good, Harley.
All right.
Okay, melody. Do, ti, do, re, re, me.
Yeah. Is minor just specifically harder to hear and dictate than major? It
I
just,
don't know. Maybe
it feels different.
It's definitely different.
Somehow it just feels like it's got extra complexities to it. Is it a 4 chord?
It is a 4 chord. But we have D in the bass. So it has to be
First inversion. Right? Or is it just second?
You're right. First inversion. What's my melody?
Let's see.
Let me do it one more time.
I still hear fa, sol, sol.
Yeah, B, D, D, drop down to the F.
So you hear the so, so, so,
Wait.
so, do. What did you say here, Harley?
Fa.
B.
Fa, so, so, do. That's right. Except this is wrong. This is a 1,
6, 4.
6, 4.
Man, how do those sound so similar? I hear it. Soprano makes it sound like it stays the same, but you got to listen to the tenor and the alto. That's what kind of gives it away.
Tenor was me, re, me. Re, so, so, fa, me, re, me. All right, alto. Do, do, not do, so, 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 ti, which requires an accidental. Do. Now you know that T goes to Do, so that's like a gimme, right? If you've got the T, probably going to be followed up next by Do, except for when it doesn't, like it did here in the bass. Do, Do, T. So. How'd we do? That was hard. It was about 2 measures longer than you're used to. At least a measure and a half longer than you're used to. Yeah?
Yeah.
Honestly, hard just to multitask what chords they are, what's on the bass line, and what's on the soprano part at the same time.
Yeah, and we kind of did it backwards today. We kind of did chords first rather than bass line and melody first. But we're still trying to answer the same questions. What's the rhythm? Did we end on Do? Did we approach from a dominant? Was it a dominant or a dominant seventh? Was it approached with a cadential before? Okay. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Remember who you were and what you stood for, and we'll see you on Monday or Tuesday.
See you on Tuesday, Doc. Did you